Tell me say you never see it. I'm going to courthouse already and see some people. The people them we are married, the people them. I say, what ya? What are my people here? Eh? They can watch it on Facebook Live because I'm going to the courthouse. See if so take me. You put on lipstick here, sir. Alright, I put on my lipstick. There's something I'm ready for chat foolishness. But anyway, so you go and live stream the wedding on Facebook? We did a wedding for under. Of course, motivation. You can do a wedding. You can do a wedding for cheap. You understand me? You don't have to go out of your way to go spend $1,000 and some on a wedding. Because trust and believe me, after you get married, you need that money. You need that money. Bills gonna be coming in left and right. Bills ain't gonna take a vacation because you just got married. You're gonna have bills. You're gonna have plans. Sometime down the road, you imagine, you realize that you all are having fertility issues. Then you're going to want to have money for fertility treatment, or you're gonna stop and think, Lord Jesus, you may never spend all this money. Your rate was $400 back then. You could do very well with the money. You know, to go spend all these exorbitant. Me say if I could ever find back the money do I spend. But anyway, let me eat like a blueberry and call it a day here. I don't want to go back there. If I could listen to me the motivation. If I could see back the money they see. If I could have see back them money there, where I take my half full self, I'm going to go spend pound wedding. You know somebody deserves some licks. You know somebody deserves some a good walloping. I can't believe I was that stupid. I will take this stupidity with me to my grave. My God. But anyway, frock and ring and people and all this limousine and all this crap and all of this, wedding wasn't even worth the paper where I signed pan. Should I sue them and get back my money? But anyway, Empress is in the house, so I'm gonna beat myself. Empress, what's up? Hello guys, how are you all doing? So y'all know what I'm talking about. What I was so happy when the flood happened and I was able to get money from the I wish there was a flood at my wedding. I wish there was a flood. I washed away everybody except me and the guests. I used the most. Look at that. Kevin, what's up? How are you doing? Happy Tuesday to you. Happy Tuesday to you. I know why I'm talking about this topic because it is kind of sending me into a mental spiral. But we're going there. We're talking about it regardless. Kevin, we're talking about this dude who was online. The dude is online literally bawling. He's so angry. He's so upset. Superman, what's up? He's so Kim. How are you doing, my love? This fellow is online bawling. He's absolutely upset. He's at his wit's end. He's so mad. What is he mad about? He has spent over $100,000, according to him, on this wedding. I don't know what he's marrying or who, but he's spending. He says he has spent $100,000 and some on this wedding. And he sent the invitations to his closest friends and family members, and they're supposed to RSVP. They're supposed to RSVP 400. Oh, Lordy, Lordy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, my dear Kim. Somebody says $200,000 on a wedding. $200,000 on a wedding, and by the time you get out of the church, you both hate each other. No, sir. Mm-mm. And then after that, you're going to need the same amount of money for divorce court? For the divorce? No, sir. I'd rather save my money for the divorce. But what me I thought about? I'm not getting married again. Never will. So this guy, he sends out these invitations. And he wants each person to RSVP $450 to come to this wedding. So nobody shows up. So he's upset that, people weren't there for him, people didn't stand up for him, and, you can't depend on people. What do you mean you can't depend on people? The only people you needed to be depending on that day is the person who you expect to be there to exchange vows with you. That's the only person, because even if the pastor didn't show up, you all can find yourself a JP, you all can find yourself to the courthouse or somewhere to go get married. So the only person who owed you an obligation to be there is the person to whom you're getting married. But not the guests, because I'm not going to buy my clothes, find my transportation to get there, my makeup, my jewelry, my hair, my nails, and all this stuff, and then pay you $450 to be there. And I am your guest? You must be kidding me. I agree with the people 100%. I agree with them for not showing up. I wouldn't have showed up either. Because the question I would ask him is, tell me something. It's not if, but when you both break up, am I going to get my $450 back? That would be my question. Am I going to get back my $450? Because this has got to be an investment, right? It has to be an investment. If I'm paying $450 to come to a wedding, what would you do? If somebody invited you to a wedding and you had to RSVP $450, Supermom, what would you do? Me know I'm not going. That is for sure. I know I'm not going. What would you do, Donna? You go RSVP for $450? Or does it depend on who the person is? What the person means to you? Me not really care what the person means to me. Me not paying it. You want your guests at your wedding, you want your favorite people to share that special moment with you, to share that special bond with you at your wedding. You want to make memories. You want to take photographs with your favorite people. You want, that's what you want at the wedding. So if you choose to get a big venue and pay for the DJ and the music and big food and video and TikTok and YouTube and everything else that's going on, that is on you. That is a nice ambiance you're creating for your wedding, for the memories of your wedding, and for your guests to enjoy. But you cannot expect the guests to partake in the payment of that, unless, of course, you're going to have, like, your father-in-law is going to pay for the wedding, and he says, you know what, I'll pay $100,000 towards the wedding. Then, but if you cannot afford it, stop show off. Okay, so Kim is right. Kim says, and even after you pay that $450, they are still going to expect you to give them a gift. How unreasonable. That is unreasonable. Can't do that. I know I won't be going to that wedding at all. Because what kind of gift you gonna give them after you pay $450? Huh? Fazil, I'm in America, Fazil. You know? Am I going to get to go home? Jonathan? Jonathan, how are you? Am I going to get to go home with the china that I eat from and the drink and all these things for $450? Because you can't just go up in the wind like that. Yes, what? Jonathan, what's up? How are you doing? Camden, good evening. Good to see you, my love. What? Blame it on my parents. You know hear him, Kim. I'm so why I'm so cute. You have to blame it on my parents. Oh, Jonathan, relax yourself. Jonathan said, want one wife. You never hear this? Here I am talking about a wedding, and you come up in here saying you want a wife like me. Trust me, Jonathan, you would never. You would have had to have had me 30 years ago. Yeah. 30 years ago? Yeah. But now, right, Barry? Tell them, if you didn't have me 30 years ago, having me now, gonna be bad for you. It's gonna be Reginald from Brazil. How are you doing, Reggie? Good to see you. Barry, what's up? How are you doing? Barry, you see them over here having wedding talks? It's wedding talks. I'm having over here now, Barry. They need to behave themselves. Or Barry said, I'm still a try. Listen. As people get older, they change. Their desires change, their needs change, and because of all the experiences they've had, their thought processes change. The things they wanted when they were 30 is not the thing they want at 50. All right? So, if you are trying to get with a woman who is over 50, it's an uphill battle, because she's going to come into that relationship with all the experiences she has had, good and bad. The way those experiences have changed her over time, that's what you're going to get in a 50-some-year-old woman. So you have to be careful. Be careful what you ask for. Okay? Be careful what you want. Analyze it carefully before you speak it out loud. Okay? Especially if you are younger. If you are a younger person, say in your 20s. If you are in your 20s, what do you have in common with me? Except the air we breathe. I'm already in my 50s. What would I be doing with somebody in their 20s? Huh? I ain't changing no diapers. No, sir. I'm putting up with no temper tantrums. Right, Barry? These youngins that throw temper tantrums for just about anything and everything. And they are in this age. Well, I mean, no matter make your phone die. You don't know, everybody must have one battery pack. You must always have a battery pack, you know, to keep your phone charged, because you never know when you're going to run into that moment. You know what I mean? You never know when you're going to run into that moment that you need your phone. Yeah, plug it in. Plug it in. Yeah. And so, guys, as we're here talking about wedding, when you're choosing when you are choosing your partner, I'm telling you, can't take wedding advice, you can't take relationship advice from me. But me give it anyway. You can't take relationship advice from me. Yeah. My record speaks for itself. You can't give relationship advice. When my kids ask me anything at all about their relationship, I'll say, stop right there. Your mama is the last person you want to ask for relationship advice. Go out there, book on a tour, make no mistakes, pick up on yourself, learn from it, because I cannot tell you what will or will not work. Because what did not work for me may very well work for you, and vice versa. So, motivation say, oh, the flood house, oh, my bad. The flood out was at the townhouse, not at the wedding. Mr. Luke come in, Luke. Oh, you come just as a matter about wedding. A wedding them talk about, you know? And marriage and all these things. How are you doing? We are talking about the young fellow who was online fussing about his family members and friends not RSVPing for his wedding because he'd asked them to pay $450 to RSVP because he had spent $100 and some $1,000 on this wedding. So you hear them kind of audacity. To be honest with the people, I don't know people who are still getting married. People still getting married? Girl. At the rate at which I see these divorces and how bitter and hateful and cruel people are with one another, people are still jumping the broom. Let me tell you all something. Put me under a rock. Put the rock over me. Love is blind, but marriage open up your eyes. I tell you. Can I tell you? Somebody says if I would marry again, and the answer is an emphatic no. I would never, ever do it again. Never. Under no circumstances would I ever. I'm not doing that mess no more. Life is just this long. Just this long. I'm not discouraging anybody who wants to get married. Anybody who wants to get married, fine for them. But as for me, the answer is an emphatic no. Will not happen. Furthermore, you ain't going to get into my space, number one, so I don't know how we're going to get to marriage. All right? Motive says she's been married 13 years and she and her husband are best friends. And that is wonderful. That would be my desire for everybody. But puss luck and dog luck is not the same luck. As for me, if it wasn't for the L in my name, I would have no luck at all. And when it comes to marriage, men, no. No, not for me. If I were to ever get divorced, I'm never doing it again. You see what I'm saying? You know, and you're not alone. A lot of people feel that way. A lot of people feel that way. Well, I am there. I am there. Would never do it again. Never do it again. The experience was horrible. And not to mention the divorce. I could never in my life find myself in that position again. No. But to each his own. Everybody who wants to be married, I wouldn't discourage people. And if you invite me to your wedding, I'll come and I'll sing the kumbaya for you. A kumbaya. See, I don't even know why they don't be singing at these weddings. Yeah, but I'll come. I'll sing with you. I'll clap with you. I'll help you eat the cake and the curry goat and all these things. Yeah. Motivation says only the first one counts. All right. Ayub, you got a great question. Ayub says, if you don't get married, then who will look after you when you are 80 years old if you don't have children? Marriage doesn't guarantee you anything. Neither does children. You can have a dozen children and you can still get to 80 years old and not one of them turn back to look at you. You'll still be at the mercy of your friends and neighbors. Marriage doesn't guarantee anything, because if you're 80 years old, chances are your husband is about the same age, and both of you may need help from somebody else, because neither of you can help yourself or each other. Okay? So marriage doesn't guarantee anything. Somebody says only the first marriage counts. Why only the first marriage counts? What happened to the subsequent marriages if the first one didn't work out? You say your dad is on his third. Hey Carlton, what's up? What are you doing? Welcome into the live. Good to see you. Angela, what you up to? How you doing? Angela, you say they might try get me, they might try find husband for me, you know. I'm tired of telling them I'm not married again. My husband said I'm miserable, so I told him he's on. Listen, if you all can put up with each other for 13 years, you all are just fine. Where's him? Marcella! Marcella, you still come back and ask me this question about Michael Jackson? Let me know. That's why the men getting women 20. Listen, the men are getting women 20 years younger because they think that because they're getting older, this woman is going to be around to take care of them. But there is no guarantee. Right, Omar? Hey, Omar, what's up? Omar says Mexico is the best country in the world. Whoop, whoop. Can I say? Luke says people just mad for the wrong reasons. That's why most don't work. When you say they married for the wrong reasons, what do you mean? Don't let them find any of us. Listen, me not find no husband in Angie. So make them go and exercise themselves. Virtuous says, what you mean? When the older man marry the younger woman, she make him look young? Oh, Lord Jesus. Listen, I can't tell anybody what to do or who to fall in love with, who to marry. Everybody have them reasons why they want to marry or who they want to marry. Everybody have them reasons. Oh, see, Angela says she's single for 17 years. Myself, I'm single at 10 years now, I'm single. I'm perfectly fine. I've never found such peace. I'm there telling us from a teenager, all the time I run up and down, say, I got so of a man. Each time I got so of a man. As soon as I have a relationship break up, I just felt like I'm incomplete if I don't have this other person to rely. You know what I mean, Bonafide? I always felt that way, like, oh, I need to have a shoulder to lean on. I put my whole heart into, you got to be with somebody. You feel like you have to have somebody to share your thoughts with. You have to have somebody to talk with, somebody's shoulders to lay on, somebody to cuddle with, somebody. Hey, you know, tell me, I said, there is peace out there. Huh, Marcella? Boy, when I was forced into this peace, I was angry, but me say, when I embrace this peace, I realize that, boy, oh boy, I should have encountered this peace. At the same time, when I encountered this last thing there, yeah, that's when I should have been embracing this peace. Yeah. So, Trev, with all of that said, Kim, Kim, you see, Barry is here. Barry may have to talk off the air. Virtuous was how you do you chase him out with me, sir? I don't me chase him, but the people, them come with their agenda, them fulfill their agenda and then turn them back. Listen, nowadays I love my own company. Let me tell you what. I can sit down here. I can read a book. I sit, I read a book, I write, and it is so peaceful. I get up when I feel like it. I do what I want to do when I feel like it. There is nobody's expectations that I have to meet. You know, when I was expectations have to be met. Jesus, my gosh, it's coming home. I gotta go make dinner. I gotta do this. Oh, I gotta do that. And so, and sometimes man come on, the man already near my road. Get up myself. Make dinner. Man come on, man, no, I turn the black eye, me I look at come already eat a road. Yeah, me gonna run them restore my life again. No, sir. Lives the motivation. There's nothing nicer than sleeping alone. Being by yourself. Nobody for all and pull you. I like how my poor hip them, you know, can't turn to the. Nobody now come all and pull me. But anyway, that's that. Trev, be yourself. Alright? Be yourself. Most women want to marry for financial reasons just to say they have a husband. Listen. Rupert, what's up? I don't know what you mean by calabasa. You say que pasa calabasa. What name so? Is that a slang, a Spanish slang for something? What that mean? What my Spanish speaking people them yesterday? Me know what is que pasa, but I don't know what the hell is calabasa. Like what I'm just saying to me? What I'm just saying to me, people? Alright, Virtuous say, if me not get lonely sometimes. Oh, me forget lonely, I may have you right here, so. Me have unu right here, so. Me forget lonely. When I get off of this, I get a book right here, I'm writing. I'm gonna go write something. Yeah. I'm listening to whatever happened on the news today, because I didn't get to hear anything from the news today. And go to sleep. Peacefully. In perfect peace. Angela said being married is a covenant with you and God and your spouse. People take marriage like nothing. Listen, I say to each his own. I don't subscribe to all that was said right there, so, but anyway, yeah. So that's as much as I'm going to say about that. And people say, no, that is a covenant between man and God. Didn't they also say the circumcision was supposed to be a covenant too? Alright, enough said. Yeah. Listen, Virtuous. Listen. We got one life to live. You understand? And once bitten, twice shy, right, Earthly? Once bitten, twice shy. If you have had a bad experience and you, in all your consciousness, choose to go relive that experience, who do you have to blame? And people say, oh, they gotta get married because the Bible said. The Bible don't tell you nothing. Yeah. You want to get married because you want a man or you want a woman. You want that. So if I use the Bible and say, oh, the Bible said, and then you justify, when the man start angry you and treat you bad, you go back and you use the Bible and say, oh, I gotta stay with my husband. I don't want to leave. I can't be back because the Bible says. And you stay, you take little answer till when the rest of us coming to sing Kumbaya. Because you have to about, oh, Bible say you don't have to leave your husband. If you put up with your husband and them foolishness there, and people gaslight and control them foolishness there, you need to take care of yourself. You know, said today, um, our name again, Eardley. Eardley, today, I drove 14 hours today. Yeah. Today I drove 14 hours. Uh-huh. If you want to have a piece of bread and tea, go to your bed. What is Angela? Angela say if you want to have a piece of bread and tea and go to your bed, you are so happy. I agree. You don't have anybody to come stress you out where you have to go get up, go make 3-course meal and all these things. Because I come home, and you see, and them 2 little blueberries me eating, you know. When I finish eating these 2 blueberries, I go brush my teeth and go straight to my bed. Yeah. You know, if you had a partner, me could go look on the man, go get the man blueberry for dinner. I can't do that, right? You have to live up to that expectation of being a wife. You gotta get up and go cook. And when you tired, you will get up and cook. No, sir. And the thing is, unlike some people, I couldn't be married and treat my spouse with impunity. That is not me. I couldn't do that. So you see, like, oh, I sit down here eating these 2 blueberries. I couldn't have my husband walk to the door and me say, well, this me I eat, you know. You're the on your own. Go find whatever you want to eat for yourself. Virtuous, me not tell you nothing. Where say me have anything in my top drawer? We're going to talk about that off the ear. People need to... You know some motivation. You're smart, you know. You're smart. Corella! Corella, hear me there, cut up. Corella, them a promise to find husband for me, so I have to raise them up. Yeah. Donovan, what's up? What are you doing? How are you doing, my love? Good to see you. Yeah, you see what I'm talking about? I couldn't come home even though I'm tired. I just finished driving 14 hours. I'm tired. If me know some husband will come home, almighty God. Me and my extra self. Me I go cook. If I even tell when me done cook, me I limp. But I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna make sure everything is ready for him. But me learn my lesson. Wait, Barry. Barry, what's up?
You make my spirit drop. Let me have all these plans and intentions.
Nobody make your spirit drop. Nobody make your spirit drop.
God have his mercy, you know.
Virtuous, you know, say.
You know what a lot of women do? They use them personal experience and generalize about men in general.
That is true, because the thing is, your personal experience have to account for something.
Yeah, but man, say there's a lot of men you know, so you driving, you know, say boy, baby, I come all over 14 years, 14 miles, I come 14 hours, whatever hours or whatever. And I make sure so you eat and everything when you come home from dinner, you cook your dinner there on the plate, please tidy up everything. There are men like that, you know.
I know there are, but I'm not willing to look for them.
No, you don't have to look at me here.
You're a mess. You're a mess. Listen, I'm not willing to look. I think I've done my looking and I've done my finding, and you may tell me
it's very unfair and selfish.
Motivation say.
By yourself.
Motivation say she glad she give him back him engagement ring. You see that?
Why say Angela go on? Yeah, along from
Where's the early? Corella, you can't use the Bible to keep doing what God has to keep doing what God has for you. People need to let God work in their life. Well, people use the Bible to do all kinds of things. People use the Bible. Yes, what I mean, Corella. That was me.
You not.
Doing the same doggone thing, I expect different result. Like, wow.
So why you said the men that were in your life weren't never step up to the plate the right way? That's what you expect.
Listen, the one that me they want never want me, and the one that they want me, and them they want. In a story.
So it's basically come down to your choices, then.
Early, no. Me come up from South Florida.
So, I don't know. I try to figure it out.
Where's a virtuous? Me must be out of order. There are men.
Strategy, but
Then listen, if you put all your strategy out on Broad Street, you're gonna get knocked. What does a girl that say only God can find the right hobby for you? Yeah. So what got in a malice with me all this time? Look like God in a malice with me, brother. I want me to do wrong, so why never find why never find the right one for me all this time? Hey Barry?
No, but I'm saying
Angela,
your blessing has arrived.
Angela say if you throw your net.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Leave me alone, virtuous. Leave me alone. Okay?
Well, you see, if it's not nature, you deserve as a man, the blessing that God give you and the joy that you bring.
That is true. That is true. I am turned off by these men. They're asking me, what? You're kidding, Angela? They're asking you what kind of car you drive? Or do you get hourly if you have house? The thing is, Angela, let me tell you something, sis. These men out there these days, they're looking for somebody to mind them. Oh, girl, let me tell you something. These men out there, they be looking.
Could you say some men?
Some men. All right.
Stop generalizing.
All right. Me don't want to offend Barry. All right. Let me say it the right way.
Yeah, please.
Okay. Yeah, all right, Barry. Me don't want to offend you. But listen, some of these men, me don't know who raised them or what raised them. They are not like the men of yesteryear. They are not into this to provide for this. They are into this to see what they can get out of it. You see what I mean? Yeah. So they must size you up financially. Because when they are coming in, they're not coming in with jack squat. And me say, we as woman, we fool, you see? Lord Jesus. Them parents never raise them good. Some of them raise themselves, you know. Yeah, them parents never raise them good, and some of them raise themselves. They don't have a pot for pissing out window for church. They have nothing. And the thing is, with this modern day society, they don't plan to work for anything. They want everything to be given to them. Because you see, people want to run with the hype. People want to get with the program. They want to show off. You understand? Everybody want to have something on the internet to show off. So them don't want to start from scratch. Right? It can't say why not. I can't with you, sis. I cannot with you. What do you mean by why not?
Bless up Beacon card. Slip on YouTube.
What do you mean by why not? No. it is the women who are supposed to pay attention to what they are bringing in their life. I'm going to tell you this. I'm telling you how women are. We have lost our minds. I don't know if I should say men have put us in a desperate spot or we have put ourselves in a desperate spot. I don't know which is it, but whatever the case is. So hear this. Now hear this. Talking to this girl over the weekend. She been on, I remember what she said, TikTok, Instagram, some social media, and some man inbox her. She started a conversation with this guy. The guy says he's in Nigeria. She's in South Florida. The man said he's in Nigeria. They've been talking for like 4 months. She says she is a good judge of character. So she sure said the man not trick her. Me say, mighty God. Me say, all that's going on the internet, you really and truly believe that a man who can sit on the phone with you and talk on the phone with you almost 24/7, what is that man doing in Nigeria? Him don't have no job. He's a scammer sitting with him two little dirty foot them. He ain't got nothing else to do. You're sending this man money? She said, yes, every now and then, I trust him. Girl, me can't look. So I never find a man who mind me yet. I have never been that lucky. Me never find a man who mind me yet, me never so lucky. Now the girl say she is going to wherever one Nigerian embassy there. She will get one visa because the man birthday come up in October or so. And she dey go to Nigeria. Now you are going to leave the safety of America. Put yourself on an airplane and find yourself halfway around the world to go meet up with somebody you do not know.
Good God Almighty.
Mr. Barry, play that again.
Good God Almighty.
Listen, Barry, I say, girl, you crazy. You crazy? So she gonna get the visa, and she said nobody cannot stop her. She's going with her heart because God speak to her, and God says in her heart she must go get visa and travel go to Nigeria to go find this butterfoot man. Now you tell me if us as women not present ourselves with a level of desperation that cause men to treat us like shit.
You see, a lot of women have this thing as a boy, especially Jamaican man, who demand we are junk and we are dog and we are this and
I know we say that, I don't prove that. I know we say.
All right. So I want to beat up on myself sometimes, because guess what?
True.
You have a good man in your life. You have a good man. Man take care of you, sort you out, everything. You understand? You come in, him cook like a dinner for you, everything. Tired, you always look after the little people. Good man. Not about good man.
Sonny, what's up?
Good look at everything. So you got the hairdressing parlor now. Here right now. When I tell you hairdressing parlor, you talk about your man now, and I talk about. Yes, man. I say I love my man, like my man carry me go this for all day. I will go this, I will go do that, and him do me this and him buy me that, and you understand me I say? You don't think say a woman in the hairdressing parlor sit down a scratch her head and say, yeah, that go on. Yeah, you can't talk when you go there. No, when you go there and talk about your man, you have to say, yeah, man, you say the dirty junk or you see my man, you say every time. You go down the dirty junk of your people, you can't see. So nobody not go want your man. But when you go to that talk about your man, all your friends sit down and scratch him face and beat up. And then she go around, they go buy two little rider and two little printer. You understand?
You know, your card. Card out of God said the woman I gonna go with her heart and come back without it.
Sonny, Sonny, what you know about me? Who name Sonny?
The woman I go to Nigeria with her heart and come back without it. Listen, I understand that people can find love any way they want. I understand that some people are risk takers. It would not be me. I have taken risks before, but it would not be me traveling halfway around the world. I said, go on, sis, do you. I just pray that you come back safely.
We send you that again. Actually, I remember.
Kiss him. What's up? You don't know, say, barber shop and hairdresser mix up, please. Exactly, virtuous. Exactly. Where you say, Kizzy, who are married? Say, who are married? You know, so the argument, you know, I know me. You know, it could not be me. It would not be me. But the conversation started about this fellow here on TikTok who was fussing. He was.
I don't remember which son it is. I think somebody knew me from New York. I just come up with go on.
God, leave me alone. Me took Rissa uncle and lose both of them in the process. the woman, yes. Yeah, oh yeah. And she determined that she's going because she says she's a good judge of character. She says she's a good judge of character, and by talking to the man, it must be 3 months now them talk. She realized because him talked to her upon video call and everything when him tell her check out. How she knows everything when the man tell her check out? Well, she said them check out, so.
You know, sometimes I wonder, I ask people, and first I hear some woman talk and they must say, boy, you want to cross and this and that, go man to them. So what happened to you make you drop your crosses, man, in your life?
And that me always ask myself. Me I must say crosses myself, yeah, man. Trust me.
From you there world, you can't find one good man and not even one good man you can find, Trev.
Me say. Can you believe it? Can you believe it?
On to you, like my mother tell me say when she married her, my father married. When
you gonna allow me, no Barry. You gonna allow me.
My mother look for my father when she did have her wedding and said, boy, you pick and pick till you pick shit.
That's my problem. Listen, you could have given me a barrel. You could have given me a barrel full of the men with all the characteristics that I've written down that I want in a man. You could give me a barrel of those men. And trust and believe me, I go pick up the crap we're down in at the bottom of the barrel. I don't know. Me no know.
Stop it.
Listen. The truth is just the truth. The truth is just the truth. Yeah. They could be as fine, they could be as educated. Me ever. Something wrong.
You know what my dad used to say, and I used to feel so bad. This is like, when you're like, I don't know, close to your 20s almost.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, oh, you go pick till you pick shit. You have so much man will like you.
Left will like me and pick up when I want me. But anywho.
It's alright because the woman blame me and guess what? You have to take some of the responsibility by doing, you make the wrong choices.
Well, we make the choice and we pay the price.
What? Yes, that is true. But 1 second, let me give you my 2 cents on it. Two things. One, first and foremost, people always talking about my type. The type that you're into may not be into you or may not be right.
Exactly.
Can we agree on that? Number 2, the only way to really get to know someone is to spend time with them. That's why I do not believe in long distance relationship. I never work for a
Exactly.
person like, yeah, because me like to do stuff often with my partner. No matter if we
Yes.
walk up and down,
Yon,
going out together.
what you say, Barry?
She a kill me play, but she don't believe in language. She, you Trev, hear that now, I'm gonna mash up my thing.
Listen, on about that
I
mash
said
up
it's
Barry
not right
business,
for
you know.
me. It's not right for me.
Yeah, but Trev might believe you. You understand?
No, she have a brain of her own.
Who says
You know
so?
how long me, you
Who
know how long
says?
me there, you know how long me there, you know how long me there, anchor.
Listen, look at this. Brain I gone sleep to its side. Guys, well, it wake up now, but it had gone to sleep in a man looking years. Looking up man now. Because me almost sure say if I try to go back into the dating game, I'm gonna pass over the good men and me I go pick up another fart. I'm not doing it. No. Mm-mm. Where's the virtuous? Angela, what's up?
I know, say me,
Dad, how are you?
Oh, I'm good, sugar. What's up with you?
I'm doing all right. I just want to tell my brother down in the bottom there. I am gonna agree with with the
I am,
person down in the
I am,
bottom who say
I am not down there no but a minute, boy.
I have to agree with the person in the comment that say the woman going with her heart and come back without her heart.
Go.
Sister, don't do no long distance
Girl.
relationship.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Don't.
Jesus.
That would not be me. The man over there is having his whole life, yeah, whole life by himself.
Trev, me tell you, say me have visa, don't.
But
Eh?
guys,
Me have visa, me have a 10-year multiple.
Where's the motive?
but let's talk truth. You know, some people work out long distance relationship and it ends up being good in the end, but they have to have a plan to come together. Where are they gonna
Listen.
live? Where are they gonna reside? And you know, is everybody having the same common goal? Because even with my partner, if we don't have the same common goal, how it gonna work? Me
Not
have to get
going
up
to.
every day and choose him. Every day I have to get up and have to choose me.
I
Every day,
agree.
literally every day.
What you saw? Virtua said the woman if you run a background check by a Nigerian man. Where she gonna run it? Where is she gonna run it from? Where, where she gonna run it from, Virtuous? I just pray that when she go over there, she come back in a one piece. Because the older folks advise to choose who love you and not who you love. Our Empress said, Empress, love me now. Love me.
No, shut up truth. Shut up truth. My daddy tell me, say, a man have to love me more right now go work. And you see the one when me didn't love, when me tell you say me love the man like cook food, we talk about the one from like teenage years, from high school, love the boy till fool.
Oh
When the
my.
man throw the next woman over me, coming like somebody put me in a Japan and tell me to start a new life. You think that easy? I was
Okay.
heartbroken.
All right.
I
May I
was
tell you?
heartbroken. But hold on, honey. That same father of mine tell me after having two very failed relationships, 3 years and 6 years, tell me, said, Nikki, don't worry, not all men are like that. You need to still believe in love. And that my daddy tell me, and I met my husband like a year after.
Okay. Listen. Card, you gotta behave yourself. Card say if you have a long distance relationship, the man have to have something long the same distance.
Boy, boy,
God.
boy.
Card, you too utter. Me not in it with you. Me not in it with you. But me agree with your motivation. I
Oh
agree with
God
you.
Almighty!
Man, a long distance to la.
I
Man, a
can't
long
with
distance
you.
to la.
Yeah, me agree with you. You know, some of us are just not lucky. Amma says, she here say you have to dig through the garbage to find a good man, so she pick the one clean one on the top. Well, well, that is a good thing. I've never heard that saying, but that's a good one. That's a good one. Well, if you give me the garbage pan, me I end up in at the bottom of the garbage pan. Me always, yeah. I'm not a I think my sympathetic being usually comes to the forefront whenever I find myself in situations like those. And then I usually sacrifice myself. And I
I
think I
do
have
that.
done that enough times. So there's none of me left to sacrifice for anybody. What is left is for me. And I'm not willing to sacrifice anymore. You know, if you
Amen.
sacrifice, you sacrifice. There's no there comes a point when you just like, you know what? What's left is for me. Me not sacrifice no
Boy, Barry.
more.
Barry look sticky, boy. Barry, me not lie.
But you can't date. You can still date.
What? Hold up, say that again, sis.
You can still date. Nothing is wrong with dating and spending time with people.
You know, see,
all you going and attack, but Ray, I just choose the right man to come with and say the right things to you, and sweep you off of your feet, You understand me? I say,
Tell her again. Tell her again.
Because your heart don't make it out of stone, Trev Essesnce.
no, my heart is not made out of stone, but something else is at this point. Your dad simply prayed for you, and his prayers was, yes, my dad. I not for my dad. No, I can't my dad. And you know the other thing too, motivation. Angela,
Thank you very
hold
much.
on. Where are the women here? Have you ever noticed that women who were not raised by a father, did not have a father figure in the house, usually fare poorly with relationships? Who else noticed that?
I noticed that in a lot of
Yeah.
single mothers' home.
Yes. A lot of
But my
times.
husband said something that was kind of rude, though. You know what he said today? He said,
Uh-huh.
"Oh, um, women or little girls who are raised by their dad are raised to be masculine, and females who raise boys are raising the sons to be feminine." That is what he told me. And I said, you know what? I don't agree with that.
I don't agree
Because my
either.
dad opened my car door for me. My dad paid for my food. So I expect you to do the same like what he did. Now, does it mean I'm not a little bit like masculine, if you want to call it that? Well, of course. For 10 years, I was a single mom with well, almost 3 small kids, pretty much. Because by the time he met me, my daughter was 1. And I said, you know what? I have to do what I have to do. So if I have to put kids in daycare and go to work, then that's what you do. You gotta
Okay.
make sure your kids get fed, especially when the father decide to be absent. Not that I didn't want him there. He chose somebody else over me. Now she's getting her ass whooped on the daily.
Oh,
I ain't jealous of her.
that's for
I'm
her.
happy. I'm happy.
That's
Ain't
for
nobody
her.
beat my ass over here.
You see what I mean? You see what I mean?
All right, Trev.
Talk to me.
I'm going to talk to you. What is the number one, el numero uno reason why you don't want a relationship? Number one.
Listen, I have been through enough. I am already over 50. I'm not looking for anybody for comfort. I'm not looking for anybody to mind me. I'm not looking to have children. I'm past childbearing age. I don't have all the kids I was ever going to have. I'm not looking to share my space with anybody. So what am I going to mess with somebody's son for? Why would I do that? If I consider myself to be a good, reasonable, and decent human being, why would I subject somebody's son to me? Because I am not going to be the person I was 30 years ago. 30 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, I would still be washing and cooking and cleaning and making sure my man is kept and everything is taken care of and all of that. Today, I'm not going to do that. Now, who is going to come into a relationship with a woman who is going to tell you, I ain't getting out of my bed, gonna make no breakfast for you. If you know you gotta get to work at 7, you gonna get up and make your own breakfast. Why? Because that's going to cause a lot of bad blood between you and your partner. And I do not intend to change. I do not intend to revert to the person I was before, where I'm getting up and catering to a man and doing all that. I'm not going to do it. So why would I want to subject somebody to that? The best of me, the best of me for a man, I gave it already to the men I had. Now what is left is for me. I get up at 4 o'clock, I make my own smoothie, I make my own breakfast, I go back to lay down if I want to, I go take a walk when I want to, I do what I want. For
Just
me.
for me.
Just for
Just
me.
me.
Just for me, honey. Just for me. Because the thing in the motivation before, I would have get up and I would make breakfast, do everything, and
Yep.
nothing for myself. Nothing. I would be running out of here with 1 cup of Cersei tea and nothing. Or me not eat because me get up early and make sure say you have breakfast and your lunch pack. I
So
mean I
you're
get
saying basically, so you're incapable of making a man feel happy
I'm
right
not
now.
incapable. I am just not willing to expend myself to that degree anymore.
Because,
End of
because,
story.
because, because, I mean, you don't have to try very hard to make man happy. Because I'm just happy being in your presence. You know what I'm saying? Just you being in
Well,
my
that is fine. That is fine.
That's lovely.
Yes, what I
That
mean,
is
Angie.
lovely.
Yes, that is fine.
But
But for
hold on,
how long?
hold on. How long is that going to be his answer for
But
before
for
the
how
Bible
long?
visits and before the other obligations and
Okay.
other expectations? By
All
the way, do you
right.
guys see what I put in the comments about expectations? Put that
I
shit
mean,
on yourself. Don't put it on tomorrow.
exactly. And the thing is, me never have no man mind me. If me take up one money, I know me top spend my money.
hold on, well, me can, I tell you, so you see, women that get who are very, very independent. It's hard for a man to come in your life, you know. Cause you just stuck in your ways. You understand? You want this that this put on the table right there, so don't trouble it. And this way
What
you
I
want to put
say? If
down.
you send me a thank you basket, that them for do. Where say age is just a age is not
Sisters,
just a number. Your age means something. All
can I
right,
say something
motivation
here?
says, then the man go and cry to change you. Exactly. He go and come in and say, then what kind of woman this are? Me not get up, me not get no breakfast. Me come home from work, me not get no dinner. No, because I did not cook. And I'm not gonna get up to go cook just because you are coming. No, I
Yeah,
have
but
taken myself out of that mindset. And I can't go back.
so you know,
But once again, what did
what
Angela say?
you need to stop doing that, Trev. You find, you try, you sit down and you make find every single excuse and make everything for protect your broken heart. That God, you
Hold
understand?
on. Hold
Every,
Tell
on.
him,
Hold
Angie.
on, brother.
Talk to
Hold
him,
on.
Angie. Talk
Brother,
to him.
let sister, let me deal with him for you.
Tell
Hold
him
up
for
a
me,
minute.
Angie.
You
Deal
just
with him.
you just
One,
hold your little arses a little bit. First I'm
one
gonna
man,
say to you
one man against the world.
Yeah, yeah.
first I'm gonna say to you, sister, you look you look I'm searching for the word. You
She look
look
contented.
extremely beautiful. You look extremely young for over 50. I am over 50. I'm over 50
Yeah,
as
we all
well
in the
too,
club.
sister. Yeah, you look so good. Your personality is beautiful. You're
Thank you, my
inviting.
love.
And so I know you said you don't want anybody right now. And I understand. I get it. Because I'm single for 17 years. And I kind of feel like that too. Because you give it your all and you're a good person. But yet still at this age, you're
Yes.
like, man, I'm
Ye-
just gonna take care of me now. I
exactly.
need to love me now. So they wouldn't
They
understand where you're
wouldn't.
coming from
They wouldn't
because they have
understand.
been there. Now I can understand you, sister, because I have been there.
Mm,
And the time changes so much with these people not valuing people time, uh,
exactly. They don't value
valuing
you, period.
no, they don't. So I understand, sis, but you know what, sister, I'm gonna say to you right now. I wish God sent you somebody for you.
Yeah, yeah. Then why you
Send
wish
you
that for me?
somebody for you, not you for them.
Oh,
right.
somebody for
Right.
me.
Did you hear that?
Oh, I heard it now.
And you know the next
Yeah.
thing too? If you're with a man and he doesn't have a fear of losing you, you're there with the wrong one. You see, if you're there with a man and he's not willing to be dead for you, I mean literally die. If he ain't gonna do that, buddy, move, get out my way. Like even my ex, I tell him, I said, listen, this ain't doing it for me no more, and your thing needs to be a little bit bigger. You need to go. You're
Oh,
not even meeting all my criteria. You're pissing me off. You don't like to spend your money.
oh
Yes,
my
you work, but you don't want to spend his money.
God.
How
Listen,
you
you
gonna
people
be with
go.
me? You don't want to spend no money, but you expect to get all of this. Come on now. Like, no, sir, you need to move. You need to step out of the way so the correct man can step in.
And
Get out of the way.
the thing too I find with women, a lot of times we just do not want to move on. We just want to stay. The relationship is as ugly can be, but we don't want to move on. And that too is because of a lot of societal pressures where people want to say, oh Lord, you can't keep one man. There she go changing one man again.
Yeah.
Next.
Yes.
Next,
True.
yes, and them use
True.
this and cow down women, and women don't want to leave these souring relationships because they're afraid that somebody are gonna say them don't want them because them have kids, because them that have two baby daddy, three baby daddy, whatever the case may be.
Yes.
There comes a time,
Sorry to cut you. With
eh?
tree picnic, marry me, see him with tree picnic.
That is,
Tree picnic. Not
you,
one,
you
not two,
see,
but three.
that is the
Oh,
thing.
by the way,
Some
the one
people
that
are lucky enough to find their Prince Charming even after having had children. Nowadays, I see
but
people on the
Right.
internet. Men, these men these days are weak. A lot of them are weak. On the internet, you
Yes.
find lots of men who are talking about, man, I idiot if you married a man with pitney. Me don't want to already make family and them and
Yeah.
a good man
yeah,
who,
they
who
say that. Some of them.
yes, who is with somebody and the person has children, starts thinking, oh my God, if everybody knows that I'm with this woman with children, they're going to shun me. I'm going to be the laughing stock. I don't want this. I don't want this. And so they lose out because they could be with
Right.
this good woman, but just because the internet is in their heads and what people are going to say,
Yeah.
what people are going to think, they just can't go through with it.
Yes,
And
you
that
are
is
right.
understandable. And us as
But
women, we have our children, we have to understand too that when you have your children, you're walking a fine line.
yes,
If you're going
Yes.
to be with a man and
Yes.
it's not your children's father, you are taking a risk. You're walking a
Yes.
fine line. So,
no, that man is walking a fine line with him, not me.
oh,
Because I've seen men come home to me and give me their paycheck every Friday, and he put his hand on my son, and I tell him, don't put his hand on my son, and I was up in his face, and he
wait, me
calling on
want to
me.
talk about the paycheck. Oh,
Every Friday. Every Friday. I kid you not. Every Friday
Well,
he has to give me his damn paycheck.
well, sister, when she said you're walking on a fine line, is that you have to do everything in your power to protect um, your children. You are not
Yes.
sure about these men because I have a story to share quickly with you guys. I'm a single mom of two kids. Their dad was in their life, beautiful man. He takes care of them, but I'm talking about me. I need my companion at that time. And I met this young man. He said he was a man of God. Oh
they
Lord,
always use that. But anyway,
yes, he said he was a man of God. He goes to church. He preaches. He does this. He does that. So in America, we all know when somebody say, "Oh, I'm just trying to get myself together. I moved from the
yeah.
state." You can't bash them. You can't really bash them because we all do move around just to get things going. So I
Mm-hmm.
met him under that pretense, and he told me he was living with the pastor for a little bit. We go to the movie, we talking about God. We walking in the park, we talking about God. We sitting in the car, we talking about God. Everything is God, 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 God. I'm a woman of God. I love my God, but let me give you the story. I get to know him in probably about 5 months. I start having visit my home, just cook dinner and stuff. I noticed that he wants to go a little bit further, if you guys know what I mean. For a man of God, I'm like, ooh, ooh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. The fingers were moving really fast. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. And God started to talk to me and let me know you need to be your own my class right here. And Perry Mason right here, girl. I seems to can have him visit his church. At least let us go to pastor and have dinner. I can't have those invitations. And I'm like, something not right here. I chop up the story. I eventually, when he leave my house one night, we have dinner, and I trail him. He jumped in his car, I jumped in my car, and I said, let's go, Miss Perry Mason. Remember, he told me he lives at a house at the pastor house, not an apartment, okay? And so he called me and he said, as usual, honey, I'm at home. I said, you get home already? He said, yes, I'm at home. I'm just going to read my Bible. Now, this man drove up at the apartment. I watched him. He has his own key. His own key. House is different from apartment in America. And I said to him, I want to rephrase it a little bit. I said, is it apartment? Pastor live at a house. And he said, oh, I tell you already, honey, it's a house. I said, oh, really? I said, well, you can't come back to my home because you lied to me. You said you're going to your bed and you live at the pastor house and you just went into so-and-so number apartment. You took a key out of your pocket and you entered that apartment. I said, you will not come back to my house. And so sometimes us women, probably some people wouldn't look into that, the red lines that you're seeing, because you're so desperate you want to have somebody to call my companion. We still go with it and put the shield over our eyes. But I go through for doing my own detective. And to be honest with you, that is going on for a couple of years. And I just tell myself, I just want to go single for a while. I don't know what God have in store for me. So 17 years.
Yeah, Amma, what me I gonna do with you? Why not behave yourself? Amma say him did want to see what God put on for him. Amma,
Angela, him never get
listen.
Huh?
I can't with these people. I'm the host. I'm not supposed to be laughing this much. But guys, boy, may I tell you now. Don't leave me over here kiki like crazy. But I'ma say the man I feel to see what God put on for him. I shouldn't be laughing like this, guys, but it is so funny. The thing is, they always try whenever they want to get you, they always bring God into the picture. Don't you ever tell a man that you believe in God and you believe God is going to send the right person for you, because he will act as though God sent him. when he's the devil.
You know what? You guys need to behave. You know why you need to behave? Let me tell you why you need to behave.
Where is the devil himself? Once you say that,
No, me not laugh. Me not laugh.
you know
Me
say
not
it
laugh.
true.
Me not laugh.
You feel laugh. You know say it
Me
true.
not laugh.
You know
Straight face me telling me this.
you know
Straight face.
say
No, I'm not laughing. I'm serious.
you know say it true.
The meeting, my partner, I read Steve Harvey's book, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man, and I took notes in that book, from that book.
What kind of notes you take out of that book?
I also prayed about the situation, and I said, God, the man you're going to send me, I don't want him to love himself or love me as much as him going to love you. And that me tell God, me say he need to love you more than he love the whole world and his woman in Puba too. And some man love God.
All right.
Because if anything happen, and him have to go answer to God. Because if he have to answer to you as your wife, you have to have somebody who is accountable for your shit too. Yeah.
Oh,
And people must be able to call people out on their shit. If I'm with you and I do something wrong, you must can call me up and say, Tamara, that was not right. You know, I didn't like that. You know, it made me feel this way. I'm supposed to kind of do the same thing to you, and you hear me out and respect me and apply whatever it is that I don't like and fix it immediately.
Okay.
Like, I don't play. Let me tell you something. You see the same guy I told you guys about with the 6 years relationship and the 2 boys?
Mm-hmm.
Mark my word, that was the only time I ever got my heart broken. Never again. Play with who? Play
Oh,
with who? You must want
watch
fire
out.
under your ass. Play with who?
Watch out. Till my phone they lose charge. My phone went from 50 to 0 in a second. No some motivation, you mash up my phone.
I promise myself never again will I ever get my heart broken again.
Trust
Anybody
me.
have broke the heart and me I broke it. I know you are broke
Trust
with
me.
me.
You mash up my
Mark
phone, sis. You mash up my phone. Let me see.
Mash up the phone, mash up everything.
Listen. I want this Father God. Why my phone not charge?
Is there any woman on this live who can sing praises for a good man apart from motivational? Because I see that it's like everybody out here have bad experience with man.
Barry.
You know what I mean? Well,
Me not know now. You have to throw your fishnet out there, brother. Throw your fishnet out there and see.
oh, I must say she have a good man in her life. Give God thanks, man. You know what I mean? I must say she have a good man.
Me not say good men not about, you know. Good men they about. Me never say good men not about. There, Grant, what's up? Where are you doing? Good men are around. But the thing is, there comes a time in every woman's life when she have to realize when to bow out.
When a woman's
Well,
Use a different
that was not supposed to. Watch
you
out.
try some word.
Yeah, me have to go find. Me have to go find one next word. But my phone not charge. I want to eat.
It's not wrong either, you know, but
at the end
Yeah,
of the day,
at
make
this
sure you
point-
and your partner are actually friends so you don't hate the person. You hear me? Because sometimes me I tell you say you go and kill no one and the die, kill you not.
you know, say me and Trev would get on good still. Maybe it's me and Trev would get on good still.
The thing
Well,
is,
that
me not hard to
depends.
get along with, you know. Me not hard to get along with. I oftentimes may give up my right just to peace sake. I mean, I like the argument and the yaga. Me can't live so. Me like everything peaceful and calm. And even if there's chaos, it gotta be organized chaos. You know?
And talk through the problems.
Yeah, we gotta be handling this chaotic situation, you know, mildly. But we cannot be, there can be chaos everywhere, and we're handling it in chaos. You in chaos, me in chaos, everybody. No, we can't function like that. Right there, so I shut all the way down.
The first thing me I gonna do if me and Trev was together, me gonna learn for crochet.
Barry,
So,
all right, me have to go teach you for crush show.
let's do something together. 'Cause you see, in a relationship, you have things that you do in common, you know. So
Listen.
that's why you can crochet. Yeah, you love crochet. Me love crochet. Me learn to crochet too. I say, oh, that Trev. I had to throw me and say, all right, but no. You know what I mean?
Listen, when hold on, let me see if me find me sit because my phone I lose charge.
First thing me have a crochet for you is a bikini. It's a two-piece bikini set.
I talk with you, Barry.
One red, green, and gold bikini set. The first thing that.
Brother, I can tell you I rate you. Don't stop. Keep throwing your net. You never know.
You never know. No joke. No, me not laugh. No joke. No joke at all. You know why? Because me see when I don't even know people and people are trying to get to know me, I may say, but how this man know when we work? How this man know? Like, let me tell you something. When a guy want you, they will find ways to get to you. They will find ways to find out where your number go.
But well, that no means they want to hear them a stalker too.
You think I joke?
Yes.
You think I joke,
Yes.
girl? I have
Some
to
of them
get
are
the police involved
stalker.
on 2 different occasions. One of them, This was when I was a little teen. I was dating, puppy love, you're dating people in high school. Me say, when me try leave the boy call me daddy and tell me daddy say him I go take out himself out of the world if me not come back to him.
Oh, Jesus. That's so much somebody that.
So my daddy said, no, you need to stay away from my daughter. Like you're crazy.
Crazy
And then
people
the
like
other one,
those.
I dated him for 3 years. That's my daughter's father. Dated him for 3 years, and I tell you, this guy was just a piece of pain in the butt. You know what I told his mother? When I dump his ass, I tell the mother, when I break up with your son, it's like a black cloud from over my head. That's what I told the mom. Over
Mm-mm.
here. I tell her, yes, your son is a pain in the ass. And when I tell him to leave and he decides he don't want to leave, and he was playing games, eh? When I tell you playing games, I'm talking about messing with my college friends and stuff. He was playing games. And I said, wait, this guy's not leaving. I want you to leave. I don't want you anymore. This man decided he's not leaving. We tell the police, say, listen, take him out of this backside
Take
because I
him
don't
out.
want you
Yep.
here. But he never know how serious. Hold on, he never know how serious it be. You see how the bird went back for Jamaica and empty out every woman shanty. Me call everybody and say, yo, rice, flower, shoes, candy, what do you want? Come take it up.
No,
Play games.
sir.
I like to play games, eh? And I play to win, so you be careful with me.
So
Jesus, my
motivation,
God.
and not being rude. I hear you mention a couple scenarios. So all of them scenarios with concerning men, those are different men, or some of them is the same man.
No, some of them is same situation. No,
What is
sorry, I'm not
Jesus?
offended by anything that you say. Um, so remember I told the guys earlier that I told the guys say if something needs to big and them need to come out of a way, sir, and make a next man step in, a big man, yeah. That was the same guy, the Jamaican
Another
man.
man wants to take over.
Hey, hey,
What motivation?
Where's up, virtuous? If me done with them good and bad. Listen, I'm not searching to find out whether they be good. Jesus, my God, my phone. What do my phone? You guys are sitting wrong with
I
my
was your
phone.
phone one charge.
Me don't know, but in a
Yeah,
accept
go
the
ahead, I'm
charge.
listening. What is your question?
No, no. It sounds like you're the, well, you bought up your man, though.
No, let me tell you something. It's a good thing you mentioned that. You know, the very first month I met my husband, I said to him, you better make sure that you are a manly man and a masculine man because I am the walk in the park. And it doesn't mean that I cannot submit or I won't yield to the man, but it means you have to make sense and you have to have a plan. Remember, we're both fresh out of college when we meet each other, so me never have no whole heap of thing I go on for me, even though I have my own place, I have my own car, I have little investments or whatever. But him never have no whole heap of thing I go on for him either because he was fresh out of college. As a matter of fact, he was still in college because he came from Jamaica to further his education. But you see the import and the export, me not do that if we meet up on vacation I don't be at time
Me
because me
back
don't do
to.
the import and export.
I want the importer export man. I want this. No, I can't deal with.
You
When I
know,
hear that people.
Trev, I really believe that me and you have a lot of emotional possibility. The only problem we're having right now, I don't think I'm in our financial situation right now. It's really take care of you and give you all the best things you want. You understand what I'm saying?
Listen, Ange.
That's the only reason.
People can work together and people can build together. I believe in that.
Hear your
Yeah.
father. Watch out.
Because the truth is, guys, I see guys look me, we have very well established people in the real estate, okay? People who make good money. And when I say good money, we're talking about several millions for the year. Like they make good money. They have
Mm-hmm.
very nice houses, they have very nice cars. But let me tell you something about these guys. They don't want only one girl.
No, they
What
don't.
the amount of time that they will have with you will be very limited because they work like donkeys. They're like always at work, always on a business trip, always somewhere.
Me
So
can't deal with cat enough. You hear that cat?
even though
Me not cut your
a man
motivation.
a man might offer me the house and they offer me their car and stuff like that, me not quick to jump on that. Because if me genuinely don't like you or I'm not genuinely attracted to you, me can't even bring myself to kiss you, and that's the truth.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, Ladies, it was nice being here with you, but like the man said, like the doctor said to the patient in the asylum, I got to go, or I must be off, all right? So
Okay.
I got to be up. Not before, I got to leave leave my darling with a poem though.
Yes, leave me with a poem. I love it.
It's, it's called Ode to Trevessence. Trevessence, for you I wrote a song without a beginning or an end, because I don't know where to begin to express my love and desire and admiration for you. But
I'm
in
hear that.
my
I feel me
loneliness,
that, you know?
but in my loneliness, I found the melody, waiting patiently that one day, some possibility, you could join me in sweet harmony.
Ouch! Ah, ah, ah,
Whoa.
ouch!
Walking like a true Jamaican, you can't take any draws off anybody.
Yes, yes, Barry, I love it. I love it. I love it.
Aw.
I appreciate you, my love.
Remember, send me a visa, yeah?
Okay.
That was a lovely poem. No,
Even-
tell the man true. That was a lovely poem.
it was beautiful. It was beautiful. I love it. I love it. Yeah, here, Angela, I'm saying my visa. So we're gonna work with the visa. Barry,
That girl,
the
your waistline put her man on a tour.
my tales of men with visa. You come stronger than me. But I was sweet, yo. Listen, every time I come by here and I laugh after me, now I come back, you know.
Wait, say same time tomorrow? Same time tomorrow?
Listen, listen, no. See that the phone soon dead. So anytime the phone shut off, that's it. Me don't know the charger now work. Me have to go.
Do me one favor before I go do, you know.
Shoot.
Just make me day. Just look straight at me and just give me and just wink your eye.
She says, let the man come on himself. She all thought of bad. Why you gonna do that?
I nearly ask him which one you know, but me never bother.
Brother, having wet dreams tonight. You having wet dreams tonight.
What you say, Barry?
Yeah. I'm not fool now. I can't even know if I say again now. I was Jesus, I am stuttering.
You be alright. Remember I said Moses used to stutter, you know. Moses was a stutterer, you know.
Anyway, and
I'm say God use him. So him say.
those naughty men, they broke
Yeah.
your heart. Those naughty men, they rip your heart apart. But if you're feeling blue, when you don't, I use my lover's glue and mend it back for you.
Oh shit.
I will take I will take all the pieces and mend them one by one. I'll glue and mend your heart. I become your man. They have put your heart under destruction, but I will put it under reconstruction. No, Trevor,
Oh my God. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Stick up in. You have to go teach my husband the lyrics here.
Trev.
Oi.
No, I think you rush, girl. I'm going to take my time because I want your shattered heart mended back so fine. Then I use my lover's polish and with that lover's shine. When I'm through with your heart, Trev, your heart will all be mine.
Oh my God. Grant, you hear that?
I'm happy, I'm glad, and I'm
Brother.
feeling just the thought that Trev could be mine.
Barry.
If you only knew how serious this gentleman is, you would not be sitting here.
Listen.
Brother,
If you
you
only
gotta
knew.
save some. You gotta save some. Don't waste them. Save some when you get her.
Oh my gosh, Barry not easy. Barry serious as a heart attack. Me hear you, Barry. Your words aren't falling on deaf ears. I hear you.
What Angela just said, this is why after 13 years my husband says I feel like I still don't know you and I'm still trying to get to know you. That's what he told me. You know
Well,
why?
good.
Because there's a mystery. Without the mystery, it's boring. You have to have a mystery to yourself as a woman.
He's not coming out the 6:30.
God. Say me and God was friend, you know. God, me think say me and you was friend, you know. You see what God type say? God, me think
God, I'm so done with you. That's 6:30. God, behave yourself. Behave yourself. Listen, Kevin, after a time, relationships require much more companionship and less of that.
Physical.
Yes, the sex, less of that physical activity there. Yeah, but more companionship. You know. But you know what? You know what I wanted to say before my phone cut off. You see, as women, we have to appreciate where we are in life in terms of relationships, because you may the desire you have when you are 20, oh, you're 20, you want to find a nice young man, and
Yeah, man.
when you are
Physical too.
50,
I wanted to be a bad boy. What's she talking about?
eh,
In my 20s, I want to be a bad boy.
a bad boy, you wanted you a bad boy.
Yeah. No, in my 20s, I wanted a bad boy. Nobody wanted no gentleman back then.
Yes, you wanted a bad boy then, but then when you get into your 50s,
Yeah.
that is not appealing anymore.
Exactly.
Yes,
That's what I found out later.
right. So we have to accept where we are in life. You can't be 50 something years
Love
old
it too
with
much.
children and grandchildren, and then you're going to be wasing in Matilda coming home with a 20-year-old. Where you go with him? You can't come for your daughter? Like, uh, uh, come on. And if you get to that age and you're not married, you can take your time now. If you didn't take your time in your 20s and your 30s because your hormones riding you are of childbearing age, you feel like yes, you want to have kids and whatever, that is understood. But when you get into your 50s,
Right.
you can slow down, you can take your time. You don't have to fly go to Nigeria if you go find one man who, you don't have to, yeah, you don't have to be so giddy headed. You got to be level headed when you reach that. If you reach 50 and you still giddy headed and you just go pick up just about anybody bring home, is something wrong with you?
Yeah, that's not right.
Yeah, something is
Desperation.
definitely wrong with you.
That's what I said about myself when I found myself with my daughter's father. I said, even my mommy talked about it. I said, mommy, I must have did desperate. I mean, look at the man there.
Me thought.
Me have one rule doing now, Trevessence.
What the rule?
The rule is if me and you going to get to be together, you have to come to Jamaica, come
Alright.
live. And have to come to America.
Hold on, stop it. Yeah, make the man sorry.
I cannot do Barry.
I agree to the first date. Hold on, Trev. Let me talk on your behalf. Remember, you're a liar. How are you making demands that you haven't even gone on the first date, sir?
I'm a bad like that.
I can't with you, Barry. I can't.
No, sir.
I
rest my
cannot
case.
with you.
I rest my case.
So I was thinking that probably I know you ain't want to have some kind of, remember say just Miami, you know, so it's not too far. You're coming like a Montego Bay, you know what I mean? So it's not, if it's a problem you can run go home and all of that. But we have to establish.
Hold on, brother. Brother, hold on. Stick a pin. Remember now,
Yeah.
she wants somebody for her. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
So the demands that you're putting here right now, I think
Barry
you're
said me
setting
can't live
yourself
America.
backward.
Me have to come home to Jamaica, come live Barry. Because you not live America.
I've
I'm, I'm sorry. I don't
I
mean to judge
can't
your
even
profile, but I
speak.
just checked out your profile, and sir, you look like a player.
Uh-oh.
You look like a player,
Uh-oh.
sir.
Barry. Barry, you hear that?
Respectfully, sir, you look like a player.
They are guarding my heart for me.
I can have to see you're a bad judge of character. I mean, just,
No, listen to me. Not a bad judge of character. You see how you sweet talk, and how much other woman you sweet talk today? Talk truth.
about she, me not like.
You see? You see for yourself.
Okay,
I'm 40
sir,
years
me
old.
hear
Don't
you.
watch the young little cute face. I am 40 years old. 24 for life for those who don't know.
Oh, 24 for
Well, what I
life.
like about my brother,
Mindset.
what I like about
Right.
my brother here, he speak the truth. That's what we need.
I
to
want
look
him with
at.
Barry, no
He
Barry, not
honestly
tell no
not
lie.
much. Yeah, he speak the truth. That's what I like about him. Yeah.
No, I can tell you something. When I come around Trev, I don't know if it's love. I don't know. It's not necessary. I just feel happy, you know. So
That's that is so sweet. That is thing you see. I have that magnet, but if it ever turn into a relationship, it's hell.
uh,
It's just it's
don't
yeah.
don't be pessimistic about our emotional possibilities and your happiness and joy, Trevor. Don't do that. Don't set up
Okay. All
roadblocks.
right. I won't say it anymore. Forgive me. I won't. Say...
Don't set up roadblocks.
Can I can I ask a question?
Where's it? Where's
So,
it,
do
Tanya?
you find him physically attractive? Is he
Yeah, no.
physically attractive to you?
Where?
No,
Oh, you
are you
reach this,
physically
sis.
attracted to him? Let me ask the question properly.
Oh, wait, no, me no know. Me no like on a gaslight me right here, so.
You got too far.
On a spin round the whole life
All
for
right, all
me.
right.
Me.
I have a question to
Shoot,
ask sister too. I have a
shoot,
question to
Angie.
ask my sister too.
Where say?
Okay, so I noticed that when my brother talks, you laugh so much. So
Yeah, yeah.
come on now, sister.
Challenge the laugh.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right, Angie, tell me what it is.
Woman,
If what? Where's Angie?
well,
no, I'm saying, brother, I'm trying to make a paper way for you. Are you telling me? Oh, she always laugh.
sorry, I'm not gonna say I work with me. I got too defensive, you know, but
Me.
I'm so sorry.
Hold on. You know, see what I want. Angela is your lawyer, and I am Trev lawyer.
All right. Watch yourself. Can not easy no can say after 50 a pokey pension woman for look.
Oh my God. Lord of
God, I can't with you. I cannot. But you're right. You're right because what else? What else? I mean, there's companionship. There is, it's not gonna be no family building because you're gonna end up, if anything, a blended family at this point because you going to come with your kids, he going to come with his kids. So y'all at 50, y'all ain't gonna be having kids together. So what else is there? You can't come broke. You can't go in a relationship after 50 and be broke. You gotta have something for the woman to have.
Say it again for the people them not about.
Yeah, you gotta have something. You wanna tell me that from you say 20 years old and you work for 30 years. You know this world, 30 years. And you reach 50 and you not have nothing when you meet one woman? And you not have 2 shillings to rub together? You don't have anything? Where y'all live for? What's up?
But when my husband said he never have anything when I met him, how is it that I wanted him? So I said, well, some of the qualities, not some, all of the qualities that he have, money can't buy. And guess what? We can always make money. And today,
Yes.
he's an engineer. So yes,
But the
I
thing
told
is,
who I married.
Angie, that was 13 years ago, and 13 years ago, you were in your 20s. So that
Yes, I
is the
was 20.
time, yes, in your 20s is an appropriate time for the two of you to start making life together. But you can't tell me, say you reach 50 and you don't have nothing to bring to the table. Where you been all this time? In a jail? You must
No,
say,
girl, let me choke on my tea. Don't do that.
yeah,
Choke on my tea.
like, but the thing is, where have you been? What have you done with the last 30 years of your, oh, my phone I got dead, of adulthood? My phone I got dead, guys. My phone only have 5%.
It would be remiss of me not to say thank you for all the persons who gave me a gift. I do really appreciate it, you know.
Thank
You
you.
are welcome, Barry, every time and any time, my love. Yeah,
And
my,
I agree with you. Because at age 40,
Can I sing a
if I
song
was,
for you?
yeah, sing me one song. You have 4% for sing it.
but hold on, I agree with Trev because at age 40, if I was starting over right now, that man can't come with empty hand. No.
Exactly. Exactly. At 25, you can pick up a man. He has nothing. You have nothing. The two of you can work together and make a life. But certainly not at not at 50.
Yeah,
No.
man, I have thanks. Plus, me I use all about fun still, you know?
Yeah, what you gonna do? Start cooking sense of time. Be able to self, yeah.
Oh
No.
Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Jesus.
Right, Chef Henry, what's up? Go on bar, or up and sing the song before phone dead.
What happened to your phone? What happened to your phone?
I don't know. You know, me try the battery pack, me try the charger, me try the different charger. I don't know what do it. Bar, play a song for me.